Have you ever witnessed something so incredible, so dominant, that it completely redefines what you thought was possible in a sport? A performance where one player becomes an unstoppable force of nature, bending the entire game to their will. Today, we're not just talking about a great game, we're talking about a legendary performance that has been etched into the history books. We're about to break down, possession by possession, how one icon single-handedly dominated the court in one of the most epic displays of skill, strategy, and sheer willpower ever seen. So, let's set the stage. It was a high-stakes matchup. The tension was palpable, the crowd was electric, and the pressure was immense. From the very first tip-off, you could feel that something special was in the air. While most players might take a few minutes to find their rhythm, our legend came out firing on all cylinders. Their first touch wasn't just a simple play, it was a statement. A lightning-fast crossover, a decisive drive to the basket, and a finish so smooth it looked effortless. It was 2 points on the board, but it was also a clear message to the opposition. Tonight, this is my court. But true dominance isn't just about scoring. It's about controlling every single facet of the game. Let's look at the defensive end. Early in the first quarter, the opposing team's star player tried to isolate, looking for an easy bucket, but they were met with a wall. Our legend read the play perfectly, mirroring their every move, cutting off the driving lane, and culminating in a spectacular block that sent the ball soaring and the crowd into a frenzy. It wasn't just about stopping a score, it was a psychological blow. It forced the entire opposing team to second-guess their every move whenever they came near. This is what we mean by dominance making your presence felt everywhere. As the game progressed, the other team started throwing everything they had at them. They tried double teams, they tried traps, they switched defenders. But it was like trying to catch smoke with your hands. This is where the legend's basketball IQ truly shone. Instead of forcing a bad shot against 2 defenders, they would use the extra attention to their advantage. A quick look, a deceptive pass, and suddenly a teammate is wide open under the basket for the easiest score of their night. They weren't just scoring points, they were creating them, acting as both the conductor and the lead soloist of the orchestra. Every move was calculated, turning the defensive strategy completely against them. Now, let's talk about the clutch moments, because that's where legends are truly forged. As we entered the second half, the game was tight. The opponent had managed to rally, and for a moment, it seemed like they might just weather the storm. But then, the switch was flipped. With the game on the line, our player went into a different zone. They started hitting shots that were simply unbelievable. Deep threes with a hand in their face, tough fadeaway jumpers in the post, acrobatic layups through contact. It was a masterclass in scoring under pressure. Each basket was more demoralizing for the defense than the last. You could see it in their faces, a look of disbelief and resignation. They knew they were witnessing greatness, and there was absolutely nothing they could do to stop it. One of the most underrated aspects of this performance was their stamina and relentless motor. While others started to show signs of fatigue in the fourth quarter, our legend seemed to get stronger. They were still diving for loose balls, still sprinting back on defense, still playing with the same intensity they had in the first minute. This relentless energy is what separates the great from the legendary. It's a refusal to lose, a commitment to giving every ounce of effort until the final buzzer sounds. It inspires teammates and breaks the spirit of the opposition. They weren't just winning the physical battle, they were winning the war of attrition. Let us break down one specific play from late in the fourth quarter that perfectly encapsulates this entire game. They grab a defensive rebound, and instead of slowing it down, they take off. Weaving through defenders like they were standing still, they cross the length of the court in a matter of seconds. As the last defender steps up, they execute a perfect behind-the-back dribble, leaving them frozen, and then elevate for a powerful dunk that shakes the entire arena. It was a sequence that showcased everything: defensive awareness, elite ball handling, explosive athleticism, and an emphatic finish. It was the exclamation point on a masterpiece. By the end of the game, the stat sheet was staggering. The numbers were mind-boggling, setting new records and leaving commentators speechless. But honestly, the stats don't even tell the whole story. To truly understand the magnitude of this performance, you had to see the impact it had on everyone in the building. Teammates played with more confidence, empowered by their leader. The opposing players looked defeated long before the game was over. And the fans? They were witnessing a piece of history, a story they would tell for years to come. This wasn't just a player having a hot night. This was the culmination of thousands of hours of practice, a brilliant basketball mind, and an unparalleled competitive fire. all converging into one perfect, unstoppable storm. It's games like these that elevate players from stars to all-time greats. They become the benchmark, the standard against which all future performances are measured. It's a powerful reminder that with dedication and a relentless mindset, a single individual can indeed rise above the rest and deliver a performance for the ages. So, what do you think? What's the most dominant single game performance you've ever seen in any sport? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. This game will forever be a testament to what is possible when talent meets determination. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into a truly historic night in sports. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to see more content about legendary moments and iconic players, make sure to hit that like button and definitely subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next video. We've got a lot more incredible stories to share. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.